How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe playing more Disco Elysium, the final cut. And in the last episode, we began our investigation of the jam. And I'm not talking about no toe jam and Earl. I'm talking about the traffic jam. The dock is closed off. There's a strike going on. The representative from Wild Pines, Joyce Leighton Messier, has put the drawbridge up. No one can go in, no one can go out. Everybody's stuck here, and we're just trying to find out who's dealing drugs, who's taking the drug supply shipment in. We don't really know. We're just basically going around and asking every single person, hey, do you sell drugs? And they know that we're cops. I mean, we're not, I don't know. I guess cops in this city have different rules, but no one really seems to care that we're asking them if they sell drugs. But they are more than happy to sell every other driver out. So we met some woman who, was lost in her memory. She said that the poet was selling drugs. Then we talked to the racist lorry driver. Yes, that's the guy's name. We talked to him, and he kind of said Sealeg was the guy who sold it. And we know he's saying Sealeg did it because Sealeg's a foreigner. So, he's a racist lorry driver. He's gonna sell out the foreigner. And of course, my disclaimer, definitely mature content, definitely political, social commentary going on here. But let's get back to our investigation. Yo, what's up, Sealeg? We heard you sell drugs.
Still cool here, officer.
So, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Thank you, Sealang. He's a man of the people. He's a man of the police. I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person.
Very smart response. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
Dude, that's hella shady, man. You are a lorry man. Someone else has identified you.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him.
He knows it's
he
him.
He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
I mean, he's definitely a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder, and he's an asshole.
Yeah, what's gonna be your response?
Smart man.
Yeah, you can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
That's my day job. Alright, stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
I mean, you are just selling random junk out of the back of your car. I don't think you would be doing that if you were dealing drugs.
And what crowd is that?
Like, to be real.
Crowd. The drug crowd.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna flip out. Half-Light is not pushing us to yell at this guy. We're just gonna ask him. We're gonna be like, tell me, who are you afraid of, Sealing?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Oh, Half-Light's coming out, though. If you don't want to get into this mess, you'll have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Yo, I'm down with the radical feminist agenda. Every lady is a lady, and every lady is a queen. Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
I feel like I'm the Kuno and he's me, and we're just bullying him.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman? Pale driver? Dazed out and strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
Alright, man. We're cool. We're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
No. We don't really have the money to buy funky sunglasses. Alright, so we investigated Sealing, find out who the lady driver is and where her lorry is. Okay. Everybody appears to be talking about her. How about you? Do you know about the lady driver?
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah? Why? Do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You say you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. Come on, Tommy. What's up?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Alright, who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Wow, she did a real number on you, huh? Tell me, what's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Alright, what does she look like? Give me a description.
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
Yo, you got anything more than that? Like hair color, height?
What color hair?
Yeah, there you go, Kim. Asking the real questions.
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Oh, when did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
Yeah, you can trust us, man. I tried to punch a kid and I fell over. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill anybody.
I don't believe you.
Believe us. It really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
I mean, did you see me back there? I couldn't even beat up Kuno. Although Kuno is the king of... He's the king of the neighborhood. You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Life is just a joke. I don't know. He seems to be taking it a little bit too seriously. I was told everyone is afraid of her, but you're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Man, this guy's going off, isn't he? I guess that would be kind of like if you met some drug kingpin on the street. You know, they probably wouldn't be all super intense, especially if you're just stuck in a traffic jam together. You're just chilling out, hanging out. I can see where this guy's coming from. Tell me, what about her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
Especially if you're, you know, a little artist type, just hanging out, jamming, chilling with this lady driver. And she left. Did she leave her lorry behind? Oh, the pain threshold's coming in. Yeah, we know about our mind giving us pain. We got a real headache.
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
I mean, were we
It's
pals?
right here. The answer is right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it.
Put your son. It's important. I can't blow it. You know what? We're gonna go push the race man,
Thank you, friend.
and we'll see. But if he doesn't tell us, I'm coming back for you.
It's raining again.
Does she know anything about the
It
lorry
was
driver?
clear just an hour ago.
All right, I gotta go. She doesn't know anything.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Oh, like is he reacting to the racist guy? Did we tell him to fuck off? I don't think we need to tell Kim this, but fuck yeah, motherfuckers.
That's the spirit.
Oh, we healed our health from that?
Never forget. The whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Wow. Half-Light is really excited for us.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Oh my god. This guy knows it. I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew. No, we don't need to go around all this. Just tell me which one's her lorry.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinaise. You don't run anything.
Just tell me who the goddamn lady driver is.
You're all bark and no bite. The real dogs are up in Jamrock. Everyone knows that.
You mean La Puta Madre?
Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Oh, alright, Lieutenant, you got a plan?
Yeah, him.
I'll just cross my arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Yeah, alright, Kim, I like what you're implying here.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Oh, you think your union's gonna save you from the mob, huh?
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Damn, son, you bringing the corpse into it.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Oh, yeah.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him. by the looks
Oh,
of it.
yeah, we got our
It won't be
half-light.
easy to break him.
We got -1 for telling him to go fuck himself, but we're gonna make this happen. Come on, give me double boxcars, baby.
Men like
There
this
we go.
only respect two things.
Strength and fear. We got the strength, baby.
Time to turn up the volume.
Yeah, physical instrument coming in. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh,
Fuck
we
you,
grabbed
I
him.
told you, I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna frickin' go off. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, Okay.
Hey, let's just give him a little slapping for his frickin' racist
A
attitude.
small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Alright, I'm out of here, but don't catch me. Don't catch me hearing you giving lip to my partner again, alright? I don't want to see your ugly mug standing around here on this street corner. See you later. Me and my friend, Mr. Prybar, Mr. Carson T. Don't have me and my friend Carson T have to do a number on you. Okay, by the monument. Ah, I see it. This looks green.
This green found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Let's peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and 2 steering levers.
Alright, maybe it's open.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
How we getting in this, Kim? You want me to use a good old Carson T on it?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Great idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Here we go. I'm feeling strong. Wait. Don't I have something that gives me a physical instrument? Yeah. Don't worry, Kim. Let me just put on my my little shirt right here. I'm feeling like we gotta do some extra
This green
smashing
found,
here.
A to Z, Contemporain. With a firm grip, you raise
Oh
the
yeah.
pry. A glint of light catching on the tip. Cool down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Say welcome to Revachol window? No, we're not gonna yell out some racist freaking comment. Smash it apologetically. No, we are the anti-object task force. We're here to smash something. Yeah, we're gonna yell out, fuck the police!
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
The smell of cigarettes and
Hell
perfume
yeah.
welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Yo, some new tools? Will Carson T have a friend?
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
And the newspaper?
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
We'll pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Nah, we ain't here to do some math, we're here to smash windows.
Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Alright, let's put
The
that back.
pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
We don't need to worry
The
about
rest
that.
is as it was.
Alright, let's
Radio.
admire the
These
posters.
are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
And we're in 1950, man. These are some old posters.
One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Alright, we'll study it. Perhaps this is some sort of Shawshank Redemption. Maybe there's something behind the poster.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Well, we don't really remember what our name is and where we live, so... Yeah, us not being able to remember who an actress from the 19s or 20s is yeah, that's enough. Enough of the
The
posters.
actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Alright, we'll examine the
Looks
radio.
like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Alright, what else do
The
we have
smell
here?
of 1,000 cigarettes.
Let's check out the
Some bet
pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why would anyone glue sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Apparently we haven't found much here.
Close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah, what's up, Kim? I mean, I don't think we really solved the case,
Alright,
but
we've
if you
finished
say we
here.
did.
Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found. So we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Okay, you're the brains of the operation. If you say it is, then it is.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station. A worrying prospect.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all
As
this?
elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Really, Kim?
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well,
Unimportant.
Kim does not care. How do you think this is connected to the Union?
we didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Claire would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Okay, are we gonna open up an investigation?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Fair enough,
There are
Kim.
more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking, Kim?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
You think it could be corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Alright, is that it?
Debrief over. After you.
Alright. So now we gotta report back to Joyce. Another successful crime solved by Ralph Ambrosius Cousteau and his faithful partner, Kim Kitsuragi. So now we'll just go back, report to Joyce. And you know what? I think we need to up one of our skills so we can retry asking her for money. But maybe after we've solved this case, she'll be a little bit more likely to give us money. So first we'll report back, then we'll up our volition, try and ask for some more money. Alright, here we go, Kim. Let's do it. Alright, Joyce, we did what you asked for.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, you have eyes? Where were these
It
eyes?
doesn't really matter, and I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Man, this woman seems to know everything, even before we need to say anything.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Yo, I spent all day dealing with one corpse. I don't need to deal with a bloodbath. That sounds like way too much work.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Ooh, Half-Light's excited. What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing land, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Okay, but tell me more. How's it gonna happen?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Ah, they came in to apply some force.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Damn, son. This is what they do to unions, huh?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinaise. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Uh-oh. This sounds like possible operations that the United States may have engaged in overseas.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Oh, wow. What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh, snap.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Wow. They're getting ready to do some definite killing of civilians in the location. That's gonna be messed up.
All of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
Dude, do they have tanks?
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. When we shot our gun, we had to like load it from a cartridge. Muzzle-loaded weapons. Yeah, we're not dealing in an age where we have actual like guns, like guns, modern era guns, like semi-automatic rifles. Yeah, We don't have, I guess, pistols that can shoot quickly or anything like that. And if they have super strong armor, they kind of are like walking tanks. That would be pretty freaking horrible for everybody. But, I mean, we could pull something like from The Walking Dead and drop, you know, a couch on them. That would probably take them out.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinaise needs.
Please don't tell me I'm going to say this out loud.
Houses drenched in red, blood gushing down Rue de Saint-Cispar. The whole place mopped with a giant red rag. Fresh bullet holes for all the old buildings.
Oh, the Apocalypse Cop is coming through. Seek him. This is that great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
We don't need to talk about wash it nice and clean. Let's just shudder a little in our great bloodletting ecstasy.
It will not be a pretty sight.
I think the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court. A good one, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Wow, there's a lot of information. What can you tell me about Crenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Yep, sounds like a PMC to me.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Anything else you can tell me about these guys?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
I mean, this seems like a big blindside for you, Joyce Messier, someone who has connections to everything. I think you would want to know about the PMCs that you have under your quote-unquote command, even though they don't report to you.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off? I mean, obviously that's not going to work if they're conducting their own military investigation.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who are you? I do not see this woman talking to teenagers loitering by the canal. Look at her on her nice fancy boat. I couldn't even ask her for money. She was so rich, I couldn't even speak the words. Ma'am, may I please have some dollars? Who did the passing on
The
then?
remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did the teenager say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinaise.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Wow. And who was the woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Seems like this murder investigation has another twist to it. The colonel who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. but I did not know him.
Alright, I didn't mean know him in the biblical sense.
Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
And the others?
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
A pang of regret. Interesting.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Martinaise, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
Wow, that's quite an injury.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Wow, seems like he left an impression if you only met him once.
Must be hard to force your face to move in a new fashion. If you continue like this, you'll have an aneurysm. Then you'll have to.
And where are the remaining 2 mercenaries?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
You should show those meatheads exactly how savage
Oh, yeah.
we are.
We still need to know where they
You're
are.
likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Let's use our logic. We have very bad logic. Very, very bad logic. I don't think we even have something that'll help us with logic. But let's see. Maybe we can figure it out.
This is so embarrassing. You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
Okay, good. I was waiting for a little bit of self-loathing to roll in. We had such a good time threatening the racist lorry driver, smashing a window.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinaise, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one.
Ah, so the little scab leader.
And the other one, the Pole, must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. She was reporting back to you while we were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Okay, fair enough. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now. Thank you, Joyce.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Oh, we can
If there is anything else I can help you with,
we can ask
please
about the
ask.
tattoos.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
Ooh, she's really looking at that tattoo.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Let's use our powers of observation.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
She's studying it for sure. What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
The stars?
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Martinaise map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
I feel like there's something similar in our world, in our cultures. Don't people get tattoos when they go to certain ports? I'm not sure if they have a map of this, but
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back
they get
home
it
if
of
they
like
should
a
die
different tattoo
aboard.
in each different port
This is a
to kind of
sort of
mark that they've been there.
Contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Okay, I don't know if that's what people in our world believe, but what travels did the dead
Quite
man
a
make?
few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnese Islands, then this,
On his heart. What is that?
Revachol.
Revachol.
Those are the two
On
constants.
his heart.
Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Easlary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Challenge accepted.
I say we
say
do it.
do it.
All right. We need the information.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
Look at this health. We're
You
ready.
will be careful now.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your
Is
help.
there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for now. Until we up our volition. Let's see, do we have any volition clothing? Probably not. We have very, very little clothing going on right now. We can get our hands on a hat, some glasses, some gloves. Maybe we should buy those funky sunglasses.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola.
Wait, what time?
Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Damn, Half-Light, what is Taola?
Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Zausin. Ipoli Osithien. Echondes Phronisen.
Okay, when did this countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
Okay, this is because of the insane world-ending things I've been saying, isn't it?
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping.
Thank you, Half-Light. At least you're being honest. I'm not afraid. I do think the world might end
The
soon.
face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become Vader.
Taola. Taola indeed. Cop of the apocalypse. -1 to rhetoric, rambling madman? Oh, we gotta unlock this. We are already so horrible at speaking. Yes, now we have become a cop of the apocalypse. We've upped our volition. Hopefully we can ask for that money.
Good. What can I help you with?
It's still only 8%? Alright, let's try it.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is
Knuff.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
what you meant to say was.
Alright, apparently we cannot ask her about the money. No money for us. Poor hobo cop must continue on his merry way. And now, what do? We could ask the scab leader about tattoos. We could try and find some booze. We also have to get into the Union area. a lot of different things to take care of. We have to ask Kuno. Maybe we can give Kuno like some cigarettes and yeah, smokes. We got smokes. All right, next time we'll go give Kuno some smokes, and we'll make everything cool with the King of Martinaise. So that'll be it for this episode. Until next time, do remember, as always, to take care of yourself and keep it disco, baby.